The question I'm going to be channeling on today is a personal one, and that is, how can I be even more in the flow of expressing my creativity? So we shall see where this goes, and what I'm going to do is close my eyes, relax, get connected, tune in, and allow the words to flow, since we're talking about flow. And then we'll see. I may be completely speechless afterwards, or I might want to explore some of the themes so that I anchor it in personally for myself. And if you are watching this and you're resonating and following along this journey together, definitely like, comment, subscribe to the channel so that you'll be notified for the next episodes. All right, so let's get started. We are so grateful for the opportunity to be with you. Now, your question about your creativity and your expression is one that many can relate to, and it can make itself known through a sensation, feeling of frustration, oftentimes in the body, where you might feel like you are wanting that forward movement, that motion, and yet the body's not following. And so this can be so with potential creative projects, ideas, and this goes to the heart of what makes you you. You are a part of a collective whole, and so your unique expression among the whole is here to serve the expansion of all. And so you do not need to be all expressions all at once, although in a certain way, from a certain perspective, you are, but that is a conversation for another time. You are talking about the unique creative expression that is from an aspect of your soul that can be leaned into, can be amplified, can be presented and brought up to the surface rather than blended in with all. And for many of you, you have been existing with almost all of the aspects of you very much blended in and non-distinguished from the rest. And so this is where you can be an energy of feeling stuck or frustration or stagnation, where it's as if that seed within you is wanting to grow, to expand, and to bust through its outer shell and to come up and move into a more clearly visible expression. And so in this phase, it is very important to maintain and protect the surrounding area, the space, to allow for that very nourishing, nurturing soil for that seed. Whether it's an idea or simply an aspect of you that is really ready to be seen, to be recognized, to be fully expressed. And from there is an outflow of much good. Whether it is very direct creative expression through words or through art or colors or music or movement, those are the very conventionally understood forms of creativity and expression, and there is so much more, an infinite number of ways for creativity to be expressed. It can be in the different arrangement, the combination, the reordering, the repatterning, the shifting, the disruption of a certain form, reorganizing it in a new way so that it can be the exact same building blocks, just simply rearranged and moved in a way so that there is new expression, new form, new understanding that is gathered from it, that is gained from it. And so when you are in touch with your unique qualities, you're then able to go to everything that you touch, that you handle, that you consider, that you direct your attention to, and reshape it in a new way. And in this way, you truly are the creator of your reality, of your existence. You can shape your life, you can shape your businesses, you can shape your families, your households. You can be working with the dynamic energies and the field that comes through you, affecting every space that you are in, every gathering, every place that you encounter. We recommend that you fully embrace and acknowledge what comes through. Embrace and acknowledge those parts of you that you may have in the past neglected, ignored, suppressed, hid from. These are the parts of you that are wanting to come through. And when you fully accept and embrace those aspects, you are tapping into a greater power of energy flow where you are specifically able to direct that flow in whichever way you desire. We do recommend that you set aside and release yourself from the very heavy mental process of overthinking. Simply set it aside and get your body moving in a way that you are connected to. It could be as simple as walking. It could be as elaborate as complex movements with dance. And what we encourage is that it is purely inspired, that it does not have to be predetermined in any way, simply allowing yourself to move. And from there, allow your body to move into the activities and the directions which you are drawn to, which you have already magnetized to you. So you are drawn to it, it is drawn to you, and allow yourself to be part of that magnetic connection, that pull, that connection. And from there, you start to tap into the flow, into a certain rhythm, into the creative essence of who you are. So you are wondering about the meaning of it all, the purpose of it all. Why bother? Well, the frustration, the feeling of stagnation is an indication that your soul is very aware that there is a much greater, grander, deeper, fuller expression of what is wanting to come through and come forth. And when there is a barrier or blockade from that full expression, you will naturally come into feelings of that frustration. And so the contribution, the expansion of it all, remembering that you are a part of all that is, you are a unique expression of all that is. So there's no one like you who is expressing and living quite in this same way as you are. And so as you live, as another lives, as another expresses, as another, you are all serving to expand. And it is a form of expansion that has very tangible form. It is not the chaotic dispersion of, you will probably understand, of gas molecules coming from a highly concentrated area into a much more open area, very dispersed, very spread out. It is not that type of expansion. It is expansion with expressed form. It is expansion that, for example, there are many frequencies that are perceptible to you, colors in their different ranges, in all their beauty and glory, and there are other frequencies that are not seen with your eyes. Other beings will be able to perceive those frequencies because of their apparatus. Your expansion has a direct connection to the expanded perception of even greater. There are many examples throughout your collective experiences where one may have broken a certain record in record time, for example, and simply one demonstration of that expanded the awareness of the entire collective, so that then others, many others, have followed suit. So it just takes your one expression to give it form, to expand the whole entire collective consciousness, so that different levels of awareness are achieved, different frequencies, different expressions of that were not able to be seen are now able to be fully seen and recognized. So if you ever catch yourself feeling or wondering and questioning what is the point of all this, and that your contribution is quite small and minuscule, it is not. It is one of the grandest things that you can be directing your attention toward. We thank you for the opportunity to share in this beautiful exploration of expanding awareness. Well, that was very interesting. The discussion around creativity and the expanding awareness, and that your unique, like everyone's unique expression of that is expanding everything for all, which was very, very powerful. So what I'm feeling and understanding is that in those times when, in those times when I have wondered and questioned, like, what is the point of all of this? Does this even matter? Does this even matter? Yes, it does. That felt like definite confirmation of it, because we might not even know and have the capacity to even imagine what we're capable of creating. And so when we allow ourselves to embrace our gifts, to really accept them, we can tap into this creative flow. It can be the flow state, which I've covered in a different segment, but that energy of expanding expression then is coming from a place of our own expanded awareness, and it's given form, which is fascinating. So then when it's given form for the first time, it contributes to all that is the collective awareness. So that's what I got out of it. So if you are aware of your gifts and have been embracing them, or if you're curious about what your gifts are so that you can fully embrace them and really be in the highest expression of it, and you feel like there are some things that are blocking you from that or clouding your ability to tap into that, I think one of my, I'm going to keep coming back to this, one of my top recommendations is to check out the vibration shift. It's a sample of what I have guided many people from all over the world through. It's free, so you'll see it in the description. It's the vibration shift. And it will allow you to get into a much more connected, tuned in state. And then from there will be a lot of things that open up from there. If you want your own experience of it, if it's available, you'll see a link to go further. But the vibration shift sample itself is totally free. So that's one place that I highly recommend that you can start. And then another, I think noticing and just paying attention to when you are free of judgment and are full of acceptance of all that is, then everything that you do, no matter what it is infused with that embodied state, with that energy that's just like emanating from you. So then from there, we can take things into, so that's, that state, that feeling state is it's very recognizable. It's palpable. You can feel it, you can see it, you can perceive it. And then we can get into bringing it into even greater form, expressed form. So the manifestation of that energy with the creative direction of your attention. Oh, and they were talking about movement. So that makes a lot of sense. Like getting your body engaged, right? Getting your body engaged with that process. So you're automatically allowing yourself to flow with that. It takes practice. Just And the practice is in the recognition of it. At least that's what it is, or has been and continues to be for me. Just noticing, recognizing, oh yeah, okay, I'm in that state, I'm in that state, I'm in that flow. Okay. Versus I'm thinking, overthinking, thinking. Like our mind is not quite the mental thinking. Our mind is this tool that allows us to direct the energy through our attention. At least that's what I understand, and that's what I believe. Thoughts can be like, there can be like clouds of thoughts, like just floating around, and then you might just plug into a thought, or you might be recycling thoughts from your old conditioning, your programming, beliefs that were installed in you. I was talking with someone last night, and there was there were so many ideas and beliefs that I didn't even realize were formed beliefs. Like they were just installed, and I never even questioned them. And when there was some major disruption, I actually looked at these beliefs and really questioned them. Like, oh, so if I just took this for granted and assumed that this was just simply true for myself and for all people, I really was able to look at it and question, is that true? Is that what I want to choose to believe? Maybe yes, but maybe no. And so then there's the thoughts that come from worry and doubts and fears and what ifs, and I think there needs to be some more nuanced language when it comes to describing the mental processes and thoughts. It's probably already in existence, and I can look into it, or maybe some new words can be formed and created and expand our collective awareness and perception. So that was very interesting. So to like bring it back to the created form of it all, you have gifts. We all have inherent soul gifts, and there's the potential for you to tap into an even greater, fuller expression of those gifts. As you express those gifts, then you can give it form. So ideas that you're connected with, tuning in, channeling through, that you give physical form to, that will impact your life, your business, your families, your communities, and beyond. So my purpose here, one of my purposes here, is to help to really get crystal clear on those gifts, and to remove any of those obstacles or any of the fog, the clutter that's getting in the way of you really fully embracing that and living it, embodying it, and expressing it. So a next step would be to check out the vibration shift sample. It's totally free. And if you have a theme or some kind of a question for possibly a future channeled session, definitely pop it into the comments. I'd love to check it out. And if there's a particular part that most resonated with you, share that as well. And of course, like and subscribe, and it helps this message reach many more people who are aligned with this. So I'm so grateful for your attention and your connection, and I will talk to you soon. I'm Serenity Iris.